Well, here we go. Only got 2 more cylinders left to put in. We got these bottom 3 in and number 2 put in. She's looking pretty good. Look at that crosshatch in that puppy. That's amazing, isn't it? Looking good. Here's all our old stuff up here. Our 1 cylinder there ready to go in with piston in it. And these old crusty turds are going to get put in the junk pile. Well, we're gaining. The bottom end all cleaned up. Looking good. I've got the head back from the shop. It's completely all redone. Everything's new in that bugger. Got the sleeves and pistons all installed. Looking nice and shiny. Look at those girls. And I've got obviously all the rods in place. Got the new bearings on the main as well, all put in there. I just need to take a little time and get her buttoned up, get the bottom end, get the pan put on, and set her back down on the bottom so we can get the head put back on. Now, sorry I've been away a bit, guys, and I didn't get the installation part of the engine on video, but there it is. She's back in the frame. We've got some good 30 weight non-detergent in there. We got most of the water filled up. It's not quite clear full. Still got the valve cover off here. We can kind of watch it, make sure it's oiling good. And I did just start it just a minute ago to make sure we had all the fuel lines bled, and she popped off. So it is running. Let's have another look at it. Sounds good. It's oiling good. Rocker's got plenty of oil on them. And see right there, I've got a water hose I didn't get put back on yet. So she's leaking a little water there. That's okay. Oiling on the rockers real good. Yeah. Alright, let's kill it. I've got to adjust the throttle linkage yet. She's not quite right. I'm going to shut the key off or forget about it. I'll get a battery charger on it tonight. Make sure the batteries are up for tomorrow. And yeah, she's sounding good. And it took a little bit to get all the fuel bled through the lines, but she did pop right off once we got them all bled free. And yeah, sounds really good. Quite impressed. So now you can see my cherry pickers holding up the rear hood. I'm trying to get the fuel gauges to both work properly, and this one doesn't work. And my fuel, there's a little there's a fuel pump right there to pump the fuel from the rear tank up through the body and up into the front tank. And right now I've just got it rigged up on a toggle switch because it wasn't working properly. It used to work, the gauges never worked, but the fuel pumps used to work. So I bought a new rear sender for this guy, and supposedly it's the last one in the world. I don't know if it is or not. I hope there's more of them. So I put the new sender in this one, and the gauge on the dash started working. So I pulled the front one up. I don't know how much is in the front tank. I think it's almost empty. Yeah, pretty empty up there. Yeah, it's almost empty. So I'm guessing the gauge is reading like a 1/16 full. It's probably working. But the fuel pump is still not wanting to pump fuel from the rear up to the front. with the gauges working. And evidently there's another switch up inside here. That's like the float switch or something. So when the front tank reads, it's got room, it'll start pumping and put it into that one. So we're gonna have to get that checked out yet. And whew, man, it is super smoky in here now. Anyway, I have to get that checked out, but all in all, she's sitting pretty good. I still got to get the muffler and valve cover and all that stuff back on there, air breather, and get some more water in it. But she is alive. She's got some fire in her butt now, and she just sounds awful throaty without having a, you know, pipe or nothing on it, with that turbo being right there. But anyway, yep, she's getting close. So hopefully another day or so, if I can get a good time. I don't know if I can get it tomorrow or not. I'm supposed to move the stupid pickup's not running to run again, so I'll have to take that over to the shop to get it fixed. It's some kind of electrical problem. It's not something that I can just, you know, fix. It's got to be hooked on a scan tool and yeah, a bunch of crap, a bunch of stupid electronic shit. That's why I own these guys, because I can work on this stuff and make it work. This one here, it's got some electrical stuff on it, but not near as bad as, you know, the newer stuff, all the computer controlled injection and all that, you know. Yeah, so anyway, nice sunny day out. As you can see, it's pretty bright out there. And I finally got the old anteater put all back together. Look at that nice grill we got stuck on there. Got the other hood put on. It's not quite, the numbers ain't quite right. It's not really a 37, but yeah, whatever. It looks awful good. And she is ready to go out the door finally. I've got everything buttoned up. We had the front seal was leaking, and we did replace it already when we put the engine in, but the front seal was leaking. I don't know if it was the O-rings behind the oil pump or if it was just the front seal giving us fits. So I went ahead and pulled all that back off, and had to pull the radiator and all that stuff, and, you know, move it all out of the way again and pull it off and stuck the new seals on there. And I don't think she's leaking now. I don't have any oil down here underneath of it, so it looks good. She sounds good. She pops right off now. The deal with my fuel, the fuel float switch is no longer available. So unless I can find someone that knows how to fix, you know, like rheostats and stuff on the fuel pump or fuel sending units, maybe someone can fix that. But otherwise, I think I'm just gonna have to keep it on the toggle switch. When the front one gets some room, we'll pump it over from the back tank into the front one and hope we don't have any problem. Also, there's down here where this fuel pump is, and up on the rear tank, there's two little ball checks, they call them. It's supposed to keep the return fuel from the engine is supposed to come back down through all this crap and hit that return ball up, or check ball up there, and it's supposed to return to the front tank from the engine. Engine return fuel is supposed to go to the front tank. But I think all three of my tractors, depending on, sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. But a lot of times what they do, if you don't get the rear tank pumping, it'll start sending the rear fuel or the return fuel over the overflow on the back tank. So you're just dumping it on the ground. Big pain in the butt. So you've got to make sure you get the fuel switch turned on so it'll keep it pumping. And these little ball checks also are no longer available. So they just clean them up or just get some new balls and put in them or something. So look at them guys out there. Those geese are funny. They come in here lots of times and they'll sit right on the edge of the concrete right up here and just watch me work. And he's, oh, silly geese. But anyway, I'm gonna take this out for a drive now and kind of warm her up and limber it up, see what she's gonna do, and kind of see how it goes. I'm not gonna take it out in the field, obviously, because we're super muddy here, and I don't need to get it all muddy. Haven't even got a wash from the last job. We're always doing all that disking. Got it all muddy there, so. Amazing how she just pops right off with a fresh engine in it, huh? Sure is nice. Now I got a little bit more mud on her, not bad. Man, she's so quiet. The new hood's not rattling, fits good and tight. Man, look at that. I'm shaking on it. It ain't rattling. Don't see any drips. Let's pop the hood and have a look in there. Looks dry. Uh-oh. What's that all about? Got a line leaking somewhere. Oh, there it is. Right there. That one's leaking just a little bit. Looks like that one is too. That's no big deal, we'll just tighten them up. Maybe, I don't know. No, I don't think that one's leaking. Well, there it is. It's got 7,338 hours on her and a brand new engine. Looking good. Sounding good. I can't believe how quiet it is. Let's see if I can get this hood shut one-handed. Should be able to. Look at that. Not rattling. Got a nice gap back here, not quite touching. Nice. Got my grill flipped up and grill guard protected. That is the best thing I have found to protect these grills. Some kind of thing there to. And it pivots right here on this bolt and folds down like you saw there, and it works for a tool rack when you're working on the dang thing. Kind of handy, but if you're brush hogging with one of these, you definitely got to have something protecting that grill. Because that grill, there's very few left used. This one I found a long ways away and it was on the hood. The guy would not separate them, so well, I thought, what the heck, I can just take the hood. Hell, he was wanting the same price for the grill and the hood together as what I could find a a used grill for that's not in very good shape. So the screens and everything's already, you know, they're nice in shape. But I do one extra thing. There's just, these grills are held in here really shitty. There's a little metal clip right up in the top in the center, and these two on the sides, all they do is kind of keep it centered from side to side movement. But that little clip will break, and then you're out in the field doing whatever you're doing, and you don't even know it because, you know, shit's clear out there in front of you. You can't see it. The damn thing falls off, you run it over, and you're pulling a disc or a mower, well, guess what? It's gone. So I put a little bitty strap of metal, and this one's riveted. I just went ahead and riveted it. It was easier that way, and a little piece of strap of metal will be holding them, you know, front to back, so she's not going to pop off there. I did that with one other one, my planter tractor, and I just bolted it, but yeah, it's got to have some way to keep it on there, you know, a little better than a flimsy little metal clip, and something to protect it. And this flip down grill guard or bumper, whatever the heck you want to call it, works really nice. But there it is, she's done. She's ready for spring work. And now I've got the fun job of cleaning up the shop. What a mess. But anyway, we got more shit to do, guys, and gonna see if we can't get my old pickup kind of worked on a little bit. It's got a really bad oil leak in the front, but it's not as important as getting the tractor done. So we're gonna get the tractors in here and get them serviced up for spring work, and hopefully we'll be ready by the time spring gets here. So stay tuned, and I'll put a couple of them videos up for you guys. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment, tell me you got any questions or anything. I'll answer whatever I can with the best of my knowledge. I'll try to help you out, and catch you later.